Hello, hello. Good evening. How's it going? Happy Saturday. Finally, we're back with Voice of Cards. It's been too long. Objection. What are you objecting to, huh? How are you, Mark? How's it going? How was Saturday? We last played in March. Is that right? It's been a month since we played. Is that right? March 22nd. IDK. You just feel like objecting just for the sake of objecting. Around a month ago, yeah. I guess it's been, yeah, a little bit over a month. But yeah, how has Saturday been so far? Played more Alien Isolation. I saw the movie trailers you posted. It looks yucky, but in a good way. All right. Cypher Alien Earth, yeah, it looks cool. Right now we are what's her name again? Like Trellis or something? Wait, hold on. What's the name of this character? So we're us, we're Kiku. This is Lagol. This is Polka, right? Polka and Trellis, not Trellis. Trellis is like the gardening thing, right? Trellis. Wait, does she have like any attacks? She can whip. All I remember is there was a rat. Oh yeah, she had a rat. Everyone else is equipped with something. Worst case, I don't think we'll be battling anything. I think we're just looking for water.
A musty smell wafts from the rocky area beyond. Maybe there could be some water there.
And everyone else is at the ship. Okay, so we were at the circus, then we left the circus, and now we're in the desert, and we want water.
No sooner does the thought cross Trollis's mind than a monster attacks from the shadows.
Maybe I should have equipped it something. Didn't Polka yap himself to dehydration? Yeah! Alright. Beat him up. Okay. Trellis is strong. She just whips the slime. Trellis easily fended off the monster. Okay, but that means like a bigger monster is like right behind us, right? I feel like that's what that's setting up for.
The rush of victory over the monster is short-lived, as there doesn't seem to be any water nearby. Muttering, "Water," Trollis stares at the defeated creature.
Is she gonna drink the slime?
The beast does seem to have a great deal of, well, liquid.
The Nickelodeon slime monster, would you drink it if you're in the desert and needed water? Eek! That's the slime.
With a great squelchy squeeze, Trollis wrings the fluid out of the creature's body.
Oh, that's kind of gruesome, isn't it? Slime juice. Tralis obtained slime juice. Bright green liquid wrung from a slime. Is this what Monster Energy is made from? From slimes? This is how it's made. Harvested from slimes. Hand wrung. Water. Make friends happy. Hurry and bring. I was about to say, is that how monster juice is formed, right? It must be.
Tralis returns to the sand skiff and helps everyone drink some of the slime juice. Each, in turn, regains their vitality.
See, it gave them energy, so it's like definitely monster energy.
The juice is faintly sweet and tasty. Polka asks, "Where'd you come by this stuff?"
Like, would they, I don't know. Would you want to know it was from a monster? It's the monster juices.
However, Trollis's reply leaves something to be desired. Squeezed it. Everyone drank. Everyone better.
From the juice store, obviously. Freshly squeezed.
Polka inclines his head, deep in thought. But fruit is rare and hard to come by. The group decides to have Trollis lead them to where she located the sweet liquid.
Come on, everyone. Let's go to the juice store. Head for the rocky area and secure more of the tasty liquid. Kiku, Legol, and Polka have joined your party. Set up your party. Yeah, I think we should maybe give an attack or something to... Oh yeah, I should be the leader, right? Well, let's have it in order where they were all were. What does everyone have? I have a basic attack, stronger attack, poison attack, wind attack. The goal has basic attack, a light attack, electric attack. Then this one. I think we had like one more like monster that wasn't assigned to anyone. That one's just a buff. Adds 6 to target's attack for 3 turns. But she's pretty strong. At least compared to Polka. Alright, well, let's start with that. To the juice store.
The group arrives at the place where Trollis obtained the liquid, but there seems to be nothing there. Did Trollis bring all of it back in one trip? As you mull your thoughts, Polka suddenly points. Look there. You take a closer look and see that there are cracks running through the rocks. They just might break open if hit with enough force.
Who should hit it? We'll make Polka do it. I think he's definitely strong enough to do so.
Me? Polka protests. Your wordless stare seems to cow him, and he reluctantly takes a swing at the rocks. Ow! He cries out. The rocks, however, appear unperturbed.
Can I make Polka hit it again? Polka, do it again.
Again, Polka protests once more. But once again, he withers under your silent gaze and takes another swing at the rocks. With a loud thwack, Polka's fist makes contact and he cries out. The rocks have little opinion on this, and even less inclination to move.
Wait, so he really just punched it with his bare hands? Polka takes 3 damage! Can I make him hit it again? Okay, it's just the same text. I think that's called abuse. Okay. He took another 3 damage. Okay. I think both Trellis and Legol are strong. Let's have Let's have Trellis do it. She can whip the rock.
Trellis winds up and swings at the rocks with all she has. With a cracking sound, the rocks break apart. You can continue on.
If I kept making Polka do it and he kept taking 3 damage, would he have died eventually?
Beyond the rocks, a barren waste stretches out before you. The party decides to press on through the arid expanse in hopes of finding a place to rest and eat.
Okay, search for town in the wastes. I was curious too. Like, then what? Like, he dies and then then what? Did he really take damage? Oh, he did. He has 25 out of 31 HP now. We would have had to hit the rock like 11 times. What's this? Fire?
You've come across a river.
Oh, that's a river. It looked like fire.
A river that is somehow fully ablaze. There won't be any drinking.
Oh, it
this
is on
water.
fire. A worthy sacrifice. Yes, Polka, we can sacrifice his hands. As he punches the rock repeatedly. Is it like oil that's on fire?
Polka's curiosity is piqued. He shouts, "But water cannot burn. It defies scientific reason." Next to him, Trollis's nose twitches.
Good smell. Lots over there.
She's evidently located something with her keen sense of smell. There might be food nearby. The party opts to trust in Trellis's nose and heads off in the direction she indicates.
Head to the place Trellis indicated. Try and find food. Can we walk on the burning water? Okay, we cannot.
Ooh, I wouldn't want you to get burned.
Oh, okay. We don't want to get burned. Finds a random McDonald's. Yeah. Look. There's a city here. Enter the city of flame. Yeah, we can get our McDonald's. They probably cook it fresh by the river.
You arrive in a city humming with life and bustle. There! Trollis practically falls over with excitement as she whips her hand out to point at the food stall. The stall is stacked high with fresh grilled meats, which are by all accounts the source of the smell she noticed.
You examine the locals take in the city. I feel like if it was me, I would take in the city. I just look at it.
Black smoke billows from rows of chimneys, swirling up into the sky. It looks as though the whole city makes use of the flammable water. Polka cannot hold back his curiosity. "I must inquire as to this cumberant water," he says, zipping away.
Cumberant. I don't know if I've heard that word before. I must inquire as to this cumberant water.
In fact, he zips off quickly enough that you and the others lose sight of him. Shrugging your shoulders, you decide to head off in search of him.
Okay, ask around and find Polka. I guess he's still in my party, so we can heal him. We go to the inn.
It's 50,000 gold pieces for the night, a voice snips as you enter the inn.
50,000. Okay, but there's always something, right? We'll be like, oh, there's a special discount for you because you're like the 100th customer. You get free. Is it called a stall because you're on the streets and they delay you from your destination? Maybe they're stalling.
Your jaw drops. Oh, I'm only kidding. My other business brings in so much coin, I let people stay for free, the innkeeper says, laughing heartily.
Oh, okay. The 50,000 was... It was just a little hee ha ha. We can stay for free.
You look around the building, but Polka is nowhere to be found. He probably didn't just decide to stay here, free or not.
My other business is charging people to leave. Yeah, you gotta pay up if you wanna exit. Okay, Polka's healed, even though he wasn't with us, technically.
The woman is lost in thought as she gazes at the flames from a distance. Love and fire are rather similar, aren't they? You find her incomparable presence so overwhelming that you are unable to even ask about Polka.
You ask the stall owner if they've seen a bespectacled young man, but they shake their head and say that there have been no customers of that description. Heat, heat, heat. He who has the heat controls everything. Heat is everything, the man shouts.
The overheated man.
This city is hot enough as it is, but the man radiates fervor, making it all the hotter.
You ask the man about Polka, and he replies in an encouraging tone. You'll find him. You will. It is essential that you never give up.
Overheated man's flip side story. Overheated man. This man evidently used to make a living slaying monsters, but injured his leg and retired. Since doing so, he has led a comfortable life, cane clutched in hand. Countless adventuring lives were spared in the wake of his retirement, as he was wont to kill competing hunters. As he was wont to kill competing hunters, so he could keep all the monster-slaying profits to himself. Oh. He'd kill his rivals, so it's now that he's retired, they're all safe. Anything at the pet shop? Oh, we can get the rat. He's 500 though. Were rat. Or is it were rat? Heal attack plus 5 damage. I mean, if it's here, then we'll probably see it in the wild, right? Do I have like enough potions and stuff? I could stock up, I suppose.
The young man is mumbling something. Listening carefully, you put the snatches of audible words together. It sounds as though he is unhappy about the local aristocrat. Apparently, said aristocrat is monopolizing the tinder water supply and reaping massive profits from it.
Tinder water?
You ask the lad about Polka, and he answers quickly, he ran off toward the pet shop. The wise old woman offers cautionary words. You'd best be careful. The flame primal dwells in the lake of fire.
The flame primals. We got the steel primal, right?
You ask the woman about Polka, and she replies, why, he and I were speaking until just a short while ago. He's probably still nearby. You thank the woman and take your leave.
Wait, I get her flip side story. I liked it. I didn't process that in my head. I was like, oh, I probably got it. Okay, I did. Okay. Knowledgeable old woman. An unmarried old woman who knows all the happenings of the City of Flame. Should she corner a fellow citizen, she'll treat them to an exhibition of her extensive knowledge. People tend to give the chatty old woman a wide berth, but she has wisely changed her approach. By conveying the air of a knowledgeable person, she tempts travelers into speaking with her. She yaps a lot. That's basically a TLDR.
You stand before a handsome mansion whose occupant is assuredly possessed of abundant worldly means. In layman's terms, they're loaded.
They're loaded. That's just a regular old woman. Yeah, I guess so. I guess they do like to yap a lot.
It doesn't seem likely that Polka is here. Try looking elsewhere for now.
Okay, I'll buy a couple of potions. The revive is pricey, but I'll buy one. We have two. I'll buy one more. Okay, back to the pet shop. Oh no, here?
You locate Polka in a state of considerable excitement as he observes a burning pond. He notices you a moment later and starts chattering rapidly. This town is incredible. They use this combustible water as an energy source to make their living. And what's more, he goes on without taking a breath. It doesn't sound like his rambles are anywhere close to finished. But then...
Water gun fights must go crazy. You just set people on fire. Wah! Wah!
Suddenly, the sound of children weeping reaches your ears. It sounds like it's coming from a back alley.
Maybe go and check on things?
Do I have to? Search the city for the crying children.
In the back alleyway, two emaciated children stand alone, with naught but the clothes on their backs. They look to be siblings. Great tears stream down the boy's face. Between sobs, he explains that their mother and father both died of illness. Orphans, not uncommon in big cities like this, Legal says. Something akin to a vice grips your heart, and you wonder if there is some way you can help them.
Do we trust these children? Do you think they're just trying to scam us? What will you do for the orphans? Give food, do a cheerful dance. Ask aristocrat for help. Is the audio crackling? It is. I was gonna restart the software, the game capture. No, I'll do that. Give it a second. Okay, we'll see if that helps. What will you do for the orphans? Give food, do a cheerful dance, or ask an aristocrat? Do a dance. Maybe cheerful dance, yeah. Maybe like the TikTok dances, the trendy dances will like cheer them up.
Hoping to cheer the little ones up, you perform a lively dance. It holds a special place in your heart. You learn the steps from an old woman in your village.
You can do the rat dance, yeah, the rat dance. Oh man, the audio's still crackly, but we'll power through.
Sadly, the orphans are unmoved. Their mouths don't even crease a little. Legal raises an eyebrow at you and issues a stare that says, "What the hell are you doing?" Ouch.
Did you see our dance? We really just a little bit. I guess we can give them food if we must.
You rummage around in your things for some food to give them. Alas, you have nothing that could fill their tiny bellies.
Just kidding.
You also remember that you're starving too, and your stomach rumbles in displeasure.
We have nothing. All you do for the orphans. I guess we can give them food if we must, said Kiku about a pair of orphans. Well, if we had food, I'm sure we would have given it to them. For sure. Okay, we'll ask for help.
You hit upon an idea. Why not ask the aristocrat making huge profits from the tinder water for assistance?
Tinder water. Wait, let me reset. Let me close the program again. Let me see if I can fix the audio. It's still crinkly, crackly. You too would do the same, would you not? Just like, oh, we'll give you food. I suppose, if I must. Oh no, we don't have food. Alright, you've been underground. No reasonable person would try asking a rich person, yeah. Like, I feel like, because we were from like a pretty small, tight-knit community, right? We probably have a better outlook on asking for help. Go to the aristocrat's manor in the southwest of the city and ask for help. We got the orphan flip side story. Let's see what their dark secret is. Orphan. Excuse me, traveler, will you give us some food? No, I'm sure you wouldn't. I've never met a traveler who'd be so nice. Those are some beautiful clothes you're wearing, traveler. Oh, I bet we could get so much good food to eat with the money from selling them. See, they're out to kill us and sell our clothes.
'Cause A well-dressed man of clear sophistication and means emerges from the manor, and he seems willing to listen to you. You bring up the plight of the city's orphans. The man listens to your story and then hangs his head. I would love to do something, truly I would. But you see, my own child, he explains that his son is bedridden, stricken with an illness of unknown origin.
Oh, so wait, so this rich guy is actually kind of nice, but he just has other priorities right now?
The aristocrat's mind seems fully preoccupied with thoughts of his own child.
How do you attempt to persuade him? Turn on the waterworks? Okay, we cry. Or we leave it to polka. That's a first, yeah. Is a nice rich person? Alright, we both know the answer here. It's leave it to polka. Polka can persuade him.
At a loss, you look over at Polka. He catches your glance, and then offers to examine the aristocrat's child. Polka explains that he has some medical knowledge, and the man practically leaps on him, desperate enough to cling to any ray of hope.
I thought Polka was gonna do something funny, like dab and be like, listen, we need help, but I guess he's serious. He's gonna like, he's using his book smarts to help.
It looks as though Polka will be performing an impromptu medical exam.
A few minutes later.
According to Polka, the aristocrat's child has been poisoned.
He's the smart one, yeah. He has glasses, so he's smart.
The man's jaw falls open. That cannot be. My household employs silverware that reacts to poison in food.
What could be the cause? A plant? A monster? Food scavenging? Food scavenging?
You suggest the possibility that the child may have picked up and eaten something they found lying around outside. Could well be, Legol agrees, a mysterious look on his face. However, the aristocrat vehemently denies the possibility.
A plant?
You raise the possibility that there could be some kind of poisonous plant nearby.
I'm thinking it could be monster, like maybe this has something to do with the fire primal.
Polka, however, denies this possibility. He hasn't seen any plants at all around the city, much less poisonous ones.
Okay, a monster.
You suggest the possibility that there could be a venomous monster nearby. At this suggestion, the aristocrat blurts out, "The flame primal. It exudes a toxic gas." Polka explains that if the source of the poison was indeed somehow the flame primal, it might be possible to craft an antidote from its body. And then, as though struck by an idea, he adds, and perhaps as a thank you for my doing so, we might discuss aid for the poor orphans of the city?
Shouldn't the whole town be sick then? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, it's a poisonous gas, right? Isn't it all in the air? Unless that kid specifically went to fire primal.
Yes, of course. Seeing the aristocrat's immediate response, you can't help but be astonished by Polka's wisdom and negotiating skill. Upon leaving the manor, Polka explains, with no small amount of pride in his voice, "My own investigations indicate that the flame primal is in the lake of fire to the northwest of the city."
Northwest, okay.
It seems like his running about all over the city wasn't for nothing.
Okay. I know it's kind of pricey, but I want to buy the rat and give it to Trellis to fight with. It's 500 gold. Well, but we'll buy the were-rat. Of course you're buying the rat. Yeah. How could we not buy the rat? Okay, so we need to go northwest. Did you always have 4 party members in fights, or didn't it used to be 3? I think it's always been 4. No, we could have gotten the Veno slime. Like the first game, it was like at the me, and then Mar. And then I think I want to say it was 2 people you could pick from. And then the second game was definitely 4 people. You and then the laddie, and then a maiden and her servant, right? That was in gold. That pays for the rat we bought.
Battle.
Too battle. I thought she was gonna say too bad. Like this the way she said too bad. Too bad. I guess not, it's just too battle. First game was 3. Okay. Was it? I guess so. I guess I'm so used to the second game now. And now this one. We already have 4. I only had the first game in my brain. No, it wasn't it 4? Because it was the main character, Mar, the creature, Melanie. Actually, I don't know. Maybe it was 3. Because I just know you had people on standby. You could have Bruno, or you could have someone else, the ranger girl. Skimmed through the last VOD, you had the initial trio. Okay. So it was just 3. It was the first game after all, so after that they were probably like, let's have another party member. Oh, here's the Lake of Fire. It's right here.
Polka warns, don't breathe too deeply here. The very air could be noxious poison.
Okay, to the Lake of Fire. Decrease dark damage by 5. Okay, where do we want to go? I guess it's like one big loop. Here, we want to go down there, I guess. Hey, Shisui, how's it going? Ark the Cheese Master. How are you? How's your Friday? No, not Friday. How's your Saturday been? Shishi. Oh, I forgot to call you Shishi. I gotta be like, hey, Shishi, how's it going? Cheese Master, yeah.
Battle.
Ark, you have been now dubbed the Cheese Master. Saturday been chill, just grinding side quests before I hit Sand Temple and Spirit Tracks. Okay. Playing Spirit Tracks. Yeah, that's good. Chill Saturday's good. Treasure discovered. Deadly poison sludge. I guess we can equip that. Let's see, what did I do today? Did some shopping. Where is my poison? Okay, put that here. Is there anything I'll highlight in buying? Oh, treasure. We were looking for picture frames. We were looking for like a collage style one. Oh, Namzilla, hello, how are you? Happy Saturday. Guaranteed discovery of treasure chest upon victory. Okay.
Get him.
Let's get the treasure. Happy Saturday, yeah. Alright, we were looking for picture frames. The kind where it's like a collage. So it basically looks like a bunch of different frames just stuck together. The one we saw one we liked. But it was like $75. IRL or in game IRL. We were like at Michael's today. Oh bro, it was like $75 for one. I was like, it was nice. Like the frames were like made of wood, but we were like, it's $75. So we did not buy it because essentially we would have wanted two. For our decor, we wanted two. It was like it's like a set of like 9. It's like a set of like. I don't know. I forget how many it is. It's like 9 4x6 frames. Like kind of arranged together. But yeah, it was like $75. $75 for a frame. Lock whoever decided the price in the closet in the Target. I don't know where the Target came from. Frame store like Michael's. We went to Michael's. We didn't buy it, but like it was at Michael's. And then we were like, should we just buy one on Amazon instead? I think Michael's has a sale at checkout code on frames. Okay. I'll have to see if I can find it and send it to you. Okay. Thank you. And like, I feel like the problem with buying on Amazon is like, it's kind of like a... Oh, will the quality be good? We don't know, right? Other than that, I'm not sure where else good frame stores are out there. Yeah, right? Good luck to both of you. Thank you. Amazon is iffy. Yeah, I'm like... Because I found one, the collage style. So like 9 4x6 frames arranged. So that's what something we want. But like it had a lot of reviews, and I was like, okay, mostly positive. But then I always sort by most recent, just to see what people are saying, like most recently. And the like most recent like 7 reviews were all either 1 or 2 stars, and I was like, I don't know. Yeah, like I was also looking at other stuff at Michael's, and I was like, like, do I want this? But then I'll like look on Amazon and be like, well, this similar project is like $5 cheaper. So I'm like, which one do I buy? I don't know, guys. Shopping is hard. Always playing a game of, is it good quality? Is it price worthy? Or not worth the price? I don't know. Fulfilled the necessary requirements and unlocked venom slime's flipside story. Let's take a look at that. Venom slime. Isn't my purple form beautiful? I carefully control my diet to remain just the right shade. I killed my friend. It had to be done. They said green was prettier than purple. Can you believe that? Now, which do you like better? Kind of abrupt. It was like, I killed my friend. Kiku. Yeah, I gotta make sure I say which color I like better. Purple is a nice color. Where else did we go shopping today? Oh, we stopped by PetSmart just to look. Purple's a fantastic color. No problem with purple. Yeah. Purple's the best color. Please don't kill me. We stopped by PetSmart. I was like, can we go to PetSmart? I want to look at the birds. So we looked. They had 2 matcha cousins. They looked like matcha, but they were like a little slightly different because they were like they were different. You see any babies? Yeah. They were cute. There was one of them looked pretty like young. I don't know, he looked shy because I was staring at the bird and he kept like being like like running back and forth in his cage as I stared at him. Then the other one was just like preening its feathers. They didn't really take much notice to us. Would you guys like to get a pet someday or nah? Ideally, we want to grab a matcha. Go back to my parents' home, grab a matcha, and bring him back. The feather babu. Yeah. I don't know, we're not sure when. Is that an ability Recover 4 HP when attacking. That seems pretty good. Like either we could, like, I could fly Matcha down. Oh, there's a monster here blocking the way. Could fly Matcha down, but when I was like doing research, I was like, oh, like if you bring a pet when you're at the security TSA, you have to like take the pet out of the carrier so they can like swab. I think the pet and the carrier to make sure there's nothing bad on either. So usually, like, if you bring a dog or cat, they, like, swab the ponds. But I was like, oh, bird. If I take Matcha, what if something scares him and he, like, flies away? So I was like, I don't know if I can do that.
Monsters bar the path. That said, it doesn't look like they've noticed you yet.
That's gotta be really stressful for me, yeah. Or, like, for me, too, because if I'm like, oh, excuse me, I have a pet bird. Can I do, like, the private TSA screening in like an enclosed space where he doesn't fly away? I feel like that's an inconvenience to the TSA. I don't know. But Fletch is like, oh, we could road trip and drive and pick him up and just drive him here. And I was like, oh, maybe. We'll have to see what makes sense. Having to wonder how to do it as smoothly as possible, yeah. And yeah, I don't know how pets... I'm sure it'll be fine, but I don't know how pets do when they're in the air, in the airplane.
They probably don't see many humans around here, given that the lake is surrounded by fire. They're completely oblivious. Taking care to be as quiet as possible, you steal close to the monsters and attack them.
Matcha inside a bigger matcha. The ogre is acting sussy. What does that mean? The magma tortoise is quite flustered. It shouldn't be too bad requesting a separate room if you show up earlier enough. That way it's not a rush and they can do whatever they need to. You don't have to worry. Yeah, right? Like usually they say like, oh, for domestic flights show up like 2 hours early. But I think if you just show up like really early, you'll be fine, right? Yeah, we'll have to see our options. Because if we do end up driving, I could pick up my old computer. That's stronger than the current computer I'm using now. So that could be something to consider. Because if I fly, then it'd only be just to grab matcha. Yeah, I guess if we drive, I can bring more stuff. Moving more stuff could be useful for sure, yeah.
The monsters don't attack. In fact, they look like they're trying to find an opening to make a run for it.
What is this? Undertale? Do we gotta mercy? Spare the monsters? Acting suspiciously. Flustered. Filled with cheese and fear. Did the mouse finally get the cheese? And purple for the one guy, yeah. Oh yeah, Deltarune, like chapters 3 and 4 are coming out soon, right? I'm very excited for when those come out. I'm so excited, yeah, like... When did the last one come out? I feel like it wasn't that long ago, but it's been like a while now, hasn't it? Okay, let's see why these monsters are acting kind of flustered and panicked. Nothing to say. Okay. Let's see what's here. What are we doing? We're looking for the fire primal, the flame primal. Because it spews out poisonous gas, and then we want to find an antidote. They're finally feeding the monster to Phantom for Hollow Knight as well with Silkson, yeah. How long have they been waiting? Like 5 years or something? You can't cross here. The heat of the flames is too intense.
You survey the area for some way to cross over and spot an iron bridge collapsed into the burning tinder water. Someone in a time long past built a bridge here, though it has since collapsed from the heat. Suddenly, an idea strikes you. Maybe I can use the steel primal's power to manipulate metal and make it so we can cross.
Okay, go, steel primal.
You decide to summon forth the primal's power and repair the fallen bridge. Unfortunately, the pieces left to you are so mangled that no one would rightly identify them as parts of a bridge.
4 types of bridge parts lie before you. Place them wisely and build a bridge across the lake. Be warned that you cannot place a part that leads to nowhere, nor can you place the same part more than once. Which part will you lay down next in order to move forward? How big are these parts? We just need to go straight across, right?
You've joined these 2 bridge parts rather skillfully, if you do say so yourself. Polka, however, looks concerned. I think there might be a better way of placing that. If we could just redo it, he mutters to himself.
You can only place the part of the bridge at the front of the bridge. If you move the cursor 1 space in front of the part you wish to remove, you can choose to remove it.
With the steel primal's help, you safely cross the lake of fire.
Wait, so did I need to move the bridge or no?
The bridge you've built remains firmly in place. It actually looks quite sturdy. You should be able to use it to cross as many times as you like.
Is there anything over here? There might be treasure here. Treasure discovered. Okay, we got a better version of the venom slime. Treasure. Okay, panacea, right? Pancreas. Panacea. So what if we had gone this way? Would it have just like led to the same spot?
As if crossing over a lake of fire weren't enough, your path is once again blocked by flames.
Okay, gotta build more
You
bridges.
quickly survey your surroundings and see more parts you might be able to fashion into a bridge. You call upon the steel primal once more and prepare to improvise another bridge.
Wait, did I want to put the other one down? Remove part at the front, yeah, remove it. I think we want this one here first.
You've made it once again. But before you can celebrate, you're greeted by an expanse of tinder water.
There's more.
You summon the steel primal a third time and hope this is the last bridge you need build. But the pieces the primal hauls out of the tinder water don't look like they'll fit together. You look back at the bridges that brought you here. Alas, you've built them too well. They won't come loose from the rocks, so you'll have to make do. Trawless, seeing the worry on your face, chirps encouragingly. Search. We will find. Must be way.
There must be a way. Okay. Maybe we can find more parts here. Oh. Treasure.
Inside is impossibly a bridge part. You should be able to use this to get further across the tinder water.
Yeah, we can remove this one. Anything up here? More bridge parts. Oh, a ring. Let's see if we can equip that.
Trollis gazes intently at you. She's noted your mastery of the Steel Primal's power. She explains that ever since she was picked up by the Circus at a young age, she's trained as a beast tamer. However, as she puts it, she has not managed to improve in the slightest.
I wished and wished. Wish didn't come true. Understanding each other very hard.
She asks you to give her some pointers on how to get monsters to obey. And you reply,
There's not really any trick to giving an order. I just do it. ... Anything this way? Is there treasure this way? Should we look? We have to look, right? There might be treasure. Maybe there's treasure that way. We have to look, right? Even though it's a hassle, we have to look. Treasure. Laser focus. We gotta beat them all up. Okay. Oh, we got Tailtoad's Flipside story. Let's read it. Tailtoad. Long, long ago, people told stories of a monster that would turn into a prince if kissed by a princess. It was quite popular and survived for several generations. In retrospect, it was likely the fact that touching this creature, let alone kissing it, could poison you to death that caused that story to fall out of favor. Don't kiss poisonous creatures, okay? That's the life lesson. You can't tell me what to do. You're gonna... Are you gonna kiss a poisonous creature? Would you... I don't think it's poisonous.
Battle time.
But would you kiss the xenomorph? The tiny mouth. The numb part of Ark about to have a whole new meaning after poison kiss. Arcanum. Yeah, numb from the poison. Arcanum. Did you forget how to pronounce it? Yeah. I'm so used to just saying Ark. In my head, I just said, oh yeah, it's just Ark. Okay, oh, treasure. Okay, another fire ring. So we got two. I feel like we're fighting the fire primal, the flame primal. We probably want to have these on. Right, is the fire primal here?
A massive monster wreathed in flames rises from the lake. It's shrouded in such heat and fury that you can scarcely turn your eyes to it.
Is this the fire primal or is this something else?
This is, in all likelihood, the Flame Primal.
Oh, the flame primal.
Your party readies their weapons and prepares for a fight.
Okay. We gotta beat him up and take his body. I don't know. We gotta make an antidote out of him.
Slay this beast for the children.
For the children. Yay. Ah. Jeez, how much damage was that? Okay, get the poison damage on.
Oh!
Take 2 damage per turn from poison.
You can't tell if it has something to do with the primal, but poison is slowly coursing through you. You must end this battle quickly.
I guess it must be the same poison that's hurting the rich person's child. critical hit, 30 damage. Good job. Good job, Trilus and Tail Toad. Now that's a lot of damage. Flex tape. Alright, let's do its attack again. Alright, thank you for the stretch. Thank you for the posture check. No shrimping. No shrimping allowed in chat. And thank you for the hydrate. Yeah, anyone have snacks or drinks today? I just have regular water. Recover 30 HP now and then add 3 to attack for 99 turns. That's cheating. Orange juice with mango. Alright, that sounds pretty good. Wait, so he recovered 30 HP. He just recovered all the damages to him. Like, he clearly cheated. Right? No, that did like no damage. Take 6 damage. Alright, finish him off.
You've managed to gain the advantage on your foe, but suddenly...
What? What do you mean, but suddenly?
You feel as if suffocated and fall upon one knee. Your poisoned body is screaming, raging in protest. The flame primal clearly isn't going to let this chance pass it up, and it begins amassing power.
Not good, Kiku, watch out! Oh, do we dodge left or right? Dodge skill issue. Dodge left.
Barely thinking, you go left, attempting to dodge the primal's attack. But your foot catches on something, and you trip and fall to the ground.
If we had gone right, would we have landed on Polka? Because he's right there.
You shut your eyes, believing this might be the end of you. But the pain you brace yourself for doesn't come. You wonder what's happened, and open your eyes to see. Trollis, you scream. She turns to you and gives a pained smile.
Trollis, no! I protect everyone! No, don't die!
The smell of burning meat assaults your nostrils, and Trollis cries out in anguish. Still, she desperately musters her strength.
No, Trollis!
And pushes back the flame primal. Trollis has given you and your friends a chance. You stand, and together you and your comrades attack the primal with all your strength.
Okay, round 2. Oh, just kidding. We're just smacking him. Unbelievable. These wretches dare steal my power. Okay, get into the card. Into the Pokeball.
You've done it. You've beaten the flame primal and sealed it within a card.
You overcame this challenge with your friends' help. So is Trollis okay? He took like a big hit.
The flames upon the lake begin to recede and then blink out entirely. Perhaps because you've beaten the flame primal?
Oh, the tinder water's no longer on fire?
You see Trollis crouching on the ground and run over to her. "Are you all right?" you ask. She totters to her feet.
Having rather shrewdly managed to gather some of the flame primal's bodily fluids during the fight, Polka immediately sets about inspecting it to determine its composition.
What could this mean?
To the great surprise of all, he does not detect any trace of poison in the fluid. Could something else be the cause?
Find a source of poison at the Lake of Fire. There is something else poisoning. Can we walk on the water now?
Polka collects some of the lake water in a bottle. He then busies himself dipping various papers and medicinal compounds into the bottle. At length, he makes a curious face.
The source is this tinder water.
According to Polka, burning the water releases toxins that accumulate and can cause fatal harm to the human body.
Wait, so is everyone... So this goes back to the question of, shouldn't everyone in town be affected by the poison? Because it's not just the rich person's kid. Shouldn't it be everybody? Because they're using this as fuel in town.
Your party decides to head back to the City of Flame and inform the aristocrat of your findings.
Burn water? Yeah, this is like... I feel like it's similar to gasoline. But this this quote water was on fire. The tinder fire. No, tinder water. Yeah, I guess... I feel like it's similar to gasoline where it just burns. And they use it as fuel. So it's not water, correct. It's a liquid. But I guess they just call it water. Because it's a liquid. I feel like that must be the logic by the townspeople.
With the flames of the lake extinguished, those of the pond in the center of the city have also gone out. The people seem frantic to reignite the tinder water once more.
They got lazy with the name.
Polka's medicine succeeds in stabilizing the child's condition. However, he is quick to indicate that it is but a stopgap measure. Polka advises that, should they wish to prolong the life of the child and of all those in the city, they must stop using the tinder water. The aristocrat shakes his head and says, "That we cannot do."
Yeah, like... The whole town runs on this fuel. Even though it's poisonous. Like, what do you do? And it doesn't seem like there's an alternative. In response to this, you ask why. Tell them to do it for their child. But why?
You calmly ask, why? He explains that the tinder water is the basis of all life here in the city. The city would fall into decline if they were to stop using it, and most of the citizens would be set adrift with no means of supporting themselves. I am in charge of this city, and I cannot stop our use of tinder water, even if it costs the life of my child.
So this is the aristocrat's priorities. Ask someone about a solution. Polka, what do you have to say?
Polka's voice is quiet. I cannot claim to understand how those who rule over others make their choices.
Alice, what do you think?
Trollis scratches her chin, clearly racking her brain. She replies at last, No, no.
No, no. Okay, lost your respect.
You ask the man if there is some way to resolve this impasse. He grimaces and makes a self-deprecating snort. Maybe if Nuterra existed, then all would be solved.
Nuterra? What is that? What is Nuterra? Okay, we can tug on a card and get a preview. Medicine? You ask if perhaps some kind of panacea that can cure. Okay, desert. For some reason, the word makes you think of sweets. Oh, not desert. Dessert. A place? I think it's a place. You ask if Nuterra is some kind of place. Is it a dessert?
For some reason, the word makes you think of sweets. So you take a shot in the dark and ask if it's a fancy dessert. Polka shakes his head.
Dessert has two S's because you always come back for seconds. I always remember as desserts is stressed backwards. Because when you're stressed, you eat desserts. But I think that's a good one too. Two S's because you always come back for seconds. I like that.
Polka explains. Nuterra is said to be a mysterious land abundant with all manner of resources. The aristocrat picks up the thread. Scholars claim it exists beyond the river to the northwest.
Gotta keep both these in the back pocket. Yeah, gotta remember desserts. Never confuse the two again.
But none who go there ever return. With that, the man gives you a large amount of food and sends you away from the manor.
Wow, we got lots of food. An impressive amount of food given to you by the aristocrat in the city of Flame. Aristocrat in the city of Flame. Bring the food from the aristocrat to the orphans. Oh, right, the orphans. I forgot that was the objective. We got the aristocrat's flipside story. Aristocrat. A man who wants to eliminate inequity and lift up the city's orphans. However, the reality is that his child's illness and the reactions of selfish adults have stopped him from seeing it done. The exhaustion he faces on the daily is making his hair fall out. When he walks the riverside, so much of his hair falls out and catches fire that he almost gets burned. Dang. His hair just falls out and catches on fire. To the extent of where he gets burned, that means a lot of his hair is falling out, right? This man is stressed. Make sure he's not a furball, yeah. And because otherwise he'll cry himself of dehydration when he's bald.
You hand the food out to the orphans. How did you get this? The boy asks. You explain that you received it as a reward from the aristocrat. Hearing this, the boy blurts out, I'm going to use the burning water to get rich too. The boy mentioned that his parents died due to illness. Likely they were stricken with the toxins from the tinder water. Just like the aristocrat's child.
What do you say to the boy? That's the spirit! Work yourself until you die. You shouldn't. It's quite the tricky situation. The only way to move out of poverty, it seems like in this town, and I don't think they can leave easily. If you want to get rich in this town, you gotta work with the poison. And if they don't work with the tinder water, they probably won't move out of poverty. There must be some other way. You shouldn't. You should leave town and join the circus instead.
You tell the boy that the tinder water isn't good for him, but he replies, I don't care.
You can't worry about your health tomorrow if you starve to death today.
The boy thanks you for the food and runs off with his sister.
Polka has a difficult-to-read expression on his face. Let's at least hand out the medicine, he suggests. You nod without uttering a word.
Hand out medicine to the people of Flame City.
The fire in my heart has gone out with all the rest, the man mutters before sinking to the ground, his arms hanging limp. You offer some medicine to the man, but he keeps repeating, no, I'm good, as though in a delirium.
Delirium. So he did not want the medicine.
The stall is lined with delicious-looking grilled meats. However, it seems that they will only sell to people from the city.
What? They won't sell to me? I didn't even mean to come here to the stall. They won't sell to me anyway. No, come back, flames.
The passionate woman is screaming herself hoarse, coughing and sputtering as she points in shock at the pond where the fire has gone out.
Today has been a good day. Another town saved and dreams broken.
The woman accepts the medicine from you. With a pained wink, she says, not that this medicine could cure love sickness.
Yeah, we saved everyone, but at what cost? Their livelihoods.
The lad is all smiles and mirth, claiming that if he were to invent a tool to start fires, he could make a killing. Despite his sunny attitude, though, he looks quite unwell. You give some medicine to the ambitious young man, and he is jubilant. Yes, I can work even more now.
I'm gonna get rich and buy my sister all the yummy food she can eat, the boy tells you.
You offer medicine to the children, but their faces drop. This won't fill our tummies, they say with considerable disappointment.
What? We literally just gave them food like 5 minutes ago.
With a trembling hand, the knowledgeable old woman strikes a knife against stone, muttering, "This'll get it burning. I'm sure it will." You offer some medicine to the old woman, but she puts up a hand and refuses it. I'm afraid I don't make a habit of taking medicines I've never seen before. It doesn't look like the people of the city are going to stop using tinder water anytime soon. The medicine you shared with them may provide little more than brief peace of mind. I can't believe they won't give it up. They know it's poisonous, you say in a low, pained voice. Legol gives you a sympathetic thump on the shoulder.
You look up at him and ask, Do you think everyone could be happy if we went to New Terra? His denial is immediate and assured. New Terra is a fairy tale. You answer him in a small voice.
I want to look for it anyway. We might find hope there.
Polka looks positively delighted. Why, yes. Now that calls to my scholarly soul. Trollis seems equally on board. I go too, she says, smiling. In the face of your united enthusiasm for the idea, Legol grunts. Fine, if you insist. You and your friends have made up your minds. You shall seek New Terra and whatever hope it offers, believing it exists just like the stars in the sky.
New Terra. Leave the City of Flame. We're going to New Terra. Place that may or may not exist. So anyone who's tried to go there has not come back?
The city has done nothing about the poison, and likely never will. Now that you've left, it would be safest if you never returned.
Okay. You can no longer return to the City of Flame. Go out. Sure. Okay, is that the end of the chapter? Okay. Their travels take them. To a city built around a burning lake. Its children are hungry. Its aristocrat too anxious over poison to act. To save the city, our heroes must defeat a mighty foe. The Flame Primal. The poison, however, remains. Its source is nothing less than the flaming water on which the city relies. Still, the people carry on using it, knowing full well it is what ails them. With heavy hearts, our heroes set out in search of New Terra. Chapter 4, Guiding Light.
Your group surveys the land beyond the river that the aristocrat spoke of. He claimed that none who go there ever return, yet you've little choice but to brave what lies beyond.
Cross the large river to the northwest of the City of Flame. Can we cross easily? We have to go around. Oh, we have to go to the tile right here.
A great river of tinder water stretches out before you. While the liquid no longer burns, it would still be dangerous to attempt swimming. You start to hesitate, thinking that there is no crossing, when Polka shouts, "Dun-na-na-na!"
Dun-na-na-na.
He is carrying an iron board, apparently having brought it back from the Lake of Fire.
What? Did he carry that the whole time? Isn't that heavy?
Just as before, you and your allies decide to build a bridge across the river.
Cross the bridge spanning the river and continue on. Treasure.
Your group crosses the river, and as you celebrate,
You take notice of the tough, rock-studded expanse of land stretching before you. Your sand skiff was made for moving over the sands, so it'll be difficult to go any farther aboard it.
Part with the sand skiffs are our boats. It's a bother. Get rid of it. Poor sand skiff. Let's remodel it.
You propose remodeling the sand skiff, and Polka is first to agree. Goal's face is uneasy as he mutters, "Don't do anything weird to it." Polka explains that 3 materials will be needed to convert the sand skiff. After some quick preparations, you decide to split up to locate what you need. Sometimes a different perspective can be illuminating.
The group splits off. The group splits up. Who will you check in on? Who will we check in on? Pick one. Pick the goal.
Polka asks Legol to find something that could be used as wheels.
It's interesting this game has different perspectives. Yeah, I always think that's always fun to see different people's perspectives.
Legol is skeptical that something like that will just be lying around, but he sets off to look nonetheless.
Hold on, let me reset my game capture. Because the audio is getting crunchy. Okay, we'll see if that helps. Where will you search? A mine for a
Legol
wheel.
recalls that there was a cart in the mine near Steelborough. Though hesitant to return to such a dangerous place, he can't make excuses when he thinks of how hard a certain sub-Terran must be searching.
Must be searching. Wait, let me reset it once more.
He decides to take the sand skiff alone back to the mine.
I don't think it really helped. Find a wheel in the mine? Okay, here's a mine cart. Hopefully we don't have to go farther than this.
There is indeed a cart in the mine, as Legol recalled, and, as one would imagine, it has wheels. Legol attempts to remove the wheels from the minecart. But suddenly, a monster emerges from behind it.
Not the fur ball. Okay, let me try one more thing, hold on. I don't think that helped it. We'll probably wrap up soon anyway. We'll see. Okay. Fight the furball. No, furball, no. Furball had to be sacrificed for the greater good. The monster breathes its last. It's weird that you're randomly getting audio issues with the game. Yeah.
With the monster defeated, Legol collects the minecart wheels.
I feel maybe if I had my other computer, it'd run better. I don't know. It's hard to say.
The slain monster's eyes are wide open.
No, Furbal's eyes are wide open, staring. Now what? Shut its eyes, leave it all. Respectfully shut his eyes.
Legol gently closes the monster's eyes.
Sorry.
Having done what he set out to do, Legol decides to head back to the sand skiff.
Hello Kitty was fine. That's true. Like, Hello Kitty would stutter a little bit. But that was a lot. It happened a lot less yesterday. Echoes was fine too. Or not yesterday. On Tuesday. And yeah, Echoes was fine. Pretty much fine for the most part yesterday. I think it like started like once or twice very briefly.
Polka asks you to locate a long, sturdy pole.
A pole.
Trollus dashes off to the south, so you decide to head north so that you all can cover more ground.
Find a long, sturdy stick on the north side of the wasteland.
Perhaps because you're by yourself for the first time in a long while, the solitary search makes you feel a bit lonesome. Your thoughts drift inexorably to your comrades.
Who do you think of? Polka. We think of Polka, of course.
Your thoughts turn to Polka. Polka's breadth of knowledge has been an incredible boon, and also a headache, since said knowledge is the source of his unceasing chatter. While he's typically an affable fellow, you do sometimes spot an unexpected iciness in his expression. Perhaps it comes from his hatred of monsters.
Think of Trellis.
Your thoughts turn to Trollus. Her awkward way of speaking somehow only accentuates her sweetness. On top of that, she cares deeply about her companions and has tenacity to spare. And back when you faced the flame primal, she pushed herself so hard to save you from certain death. You can't help but be a little concerned about her.
Legol.
Your thoughts turn to Legol. Legol can be somewhat brusque, but deep down he's a supportive person. He seems to care for Polka and Trollus too. From time to time, though, you spot a lonely, sad look on his face, perhaps due to his difficult past being treated like human livestock. Your crew of friends have grown little by little, but with them at your side, you no longer feel as lonely as you once did. While you were lost in thought, a monster has found you.
Fight the monster? You're alone, run for it. You're alone, fight him. Let's fight him anyway.
You decide to summon up all your courage and fight.
Maybe we can use his weapon. We needed a long pole, right? We can use that weapon he's
The
holding.
monster brandishes a weapon whose handle is a long, sturdy-looking pole. The exact kind Polka needs.
You defeated the monster all on your own.
Your battle with the monster has landed you a long, sturdy pole that Polka should be happy with. Having done what you set out to do, you decide to head back to the sand skiff.
Okay, check on Trellis.
Polka asks Trollis to find some durable cord. Despite feeling a little sluggish, Trollis takes off to the south, eager to help the group.
Durable cord.
Trollis wanders the area, searching for some durable cord or rope, but turns up nothing.
What now? Find a plant to make into a rope. Look in Trellis's things. Like, she has a whip, right?
Trollis rummages through her possessions, looking for some durable cord. Inside, she finds a whip from her apprenticeship. She must have brought it along by mistake. It once belonged to the ringmaster of the circus. Looking over the whip brings back memories.
The ringmaster was good person, fantastic person. Ringmasters smell like animals, fantastic person.
Trollis spends some time reminiscing as she gazes at the whip, but then realizes, not cord, she says, tossing it away.
Hold it. Hold it. Whip strong. Could be a cord. Bruh.
Realizing that a whip could work in place of a cord, Trollis decides to return to the sand skiff.
God, did the Ace Attorney hold it? Hold it!
With what Polka requested in hand, you beat feet to meet back up with the others.
You beat feet to meet back up with the others. I don't think I ever heard the term beat feet before.
The group meets back up, having gathered all three of the things needed to modify the sand skiff. You've brought the sturdy pole, Legol has the wheels, and Trollis has the whip. Are you sure I can use your whip? Polka asks, and Trollis gives a little nod.
Accidentally brought lots of Ringmaster's whips.
Trollis turns her bag upside down, and, as advertised, a number of whips tumble to the ground.
He accidentally brought all of those?
A bit of pep in his step.
Wait.
Polka starts zipping around the sand skiff, making modifications.
I accidentally skipped dialogue. Doesn't your Ringmaster need these? Legol gets a distant look on his face. A bit of pep in his step, Polka starts zipping around the sand skiff, making modifications. A few hours later. Wow. Were those the minecart wheels?
The modifications to the sand skiff are finished. The vehicle should be able to pass through the rocky wasteland without issue now. The group is thrilled, but suddenly... Trollis collapses.
No, Trollis.
Polka hurried over to examine her. Somehow, she's suffering the effects of tinderwater poison.
She was hit directly with the flame primal's attack. She looks as though she's in a lot of pain. It's because of the fight.
You hold Trollis close, but can do little else. This does turn your thoughts back to the events at the Lake of Fire. The battle with the flame primal flashes through your mind. During the struggle, Trollis threw herself in harm's way to protect you from the primal's attack. The poison must have entered her body through the wound she sustained in the process. Despite downing some of Polka's medicine, Trollis remains languid. It seems that the effect isn't very strong. She needs a sanitary place to rest, Polka says, and the group decides to try to find one.
Continue on and find a place for Trollis to rest. We gotta find a town. Oh, there.
A man, breathless and plump, suddenly jumps out in front of your group as you search for a place where Trollis can rest.
You can't help but feel like you remember this man. You're from the circus.
Recognition dawns in you, and you're sure this is the ringmaster of the circus. At least, until he flatly denies it, saying you've confused him with someone else.
Oh, okay.
Trollis rises unsteadily from the deck of the sand skiff, tilts her head to the side, and says, "You not ringmaster?" The man looks at Trollis for a moment, then breaks into a delighted smile. "Oh ho! You're one of my brothers from the circus." As he explains it, this man is the younger brother of the circus ringmaster.
Oh, okay.
He works as a merchant who travels the world buying and selling all manner of rare articles. And to that end, he wastes not a moment in trying to strike up some business. Perhaps a gander at my wares, then.
You decide to ask if there's somewhere to
You
rest.
briefly explain Trollis's condition and ask the man if he knows of a good place to rest. "Why didn't you say so sooner? I've got some good info on that front," he replied. The merchant shares that he has heard of a village to the west, wherein resides a brilliant apothecary. He's said to be a rather crabby fellow, but with any luck, you can get some medicine from him. And on top of that, find a place to rest. 2 birds with 1 stone. You say a few words of thanks and quickly head off to the west in search of the village. The man calls after you. "I'll be here with my compatriots for a while, so do pop by later."
Entered a roving market. I guess we can look. Oh, there's like a shop here.
The merchant glances over at you with a troubled look on his face. You ask him if something is the matter. "For reasons I can't explain, I need a wolf. Could you catch one for me?" he pleads. He then procures a picture and shows it to you. "It looks like this. I'd like one with a beautiful shiny coat," he elaborates. "It should be 2 stars at the very least." "Stars?" you ask. To which he explains that each monster has a star-based ranking, the stronger the monster, the more stars it has. Of course, I shall see that you are handsomely rewarded for your effort.
His expectations are too high. He wants 2-star wolf. Sure, I'll accept it. Will I lose my wolf?
You decide to accept his request, then take out a wolf card from your case. A delighted smile stretches across his face, and he asks if he can have some of its fur. Once you hand a tuft over, he quickly entwines it with his own hair. "Behold," he exclaims with a grin. "I'm even more dashing than before, no?"
He just... he put the wolf fur in his hair to make his hair puffier.
I need to make a good impression on all of our patrons. After all, I'm the first person they see, and how I look influences the credibility of this entire business, he explains. After he's finished arranging the wolf fur on his head, he thanks you and hands you your reward.
Guaranteed discovery of treasure upon victory. Apprentice Monster Tamer Certificate.
The merchant, recognizing your monster-catching prowess, wants you to bring him an orc child next. Just like the wolf, he asks for one that's 2 stars or above. Orc children are said to live in the desert, but dislike the sun's powerful rays and tend to hide away in dark places. You make note of the information and bid the man farewell.
Okay. I say we head towards the town. That's to the west. And then we'll wrap up, probably. What's this enemy? No, I guess Trellis isn't gonna fight with us since she's out of commission. Cause she had the water attack. There's water here. Oh, here's the village.
You locate a small village. This is probably the place the merchant mentioned, where the apothecary lives. However, monsters suddenly appear, and they're headed straight for the town. You can't let them attack the town, for Trollus's sake too. You take off running to stop the monsters.
Get him.
Maybe the monsters live there too? Maybe. But we're evicting them anyway. Seems like they have high defense. Coming home from a long day's work. I'm sure they'll be fine if we evict them from life.
Sometimes you get lucky. Sometimes you get lucky.
Their defense is quite high. Why do they keep attacking my character? I'll just heal myself. Defense up? That's cheating. Victory! Surely those enemies weren't important to the town.
Unbeknownst to any, you managed to avert the danger. Now Trollis needs help. Hurry into the village.
Okay, to the Village of Light.
You and Legol enter the village, leaving Polka caring for Trollis on the sand skiff. No sooner do you enter the village than a man's voice calls out to you. This here's the Village of Light. Make yourself at home and rest your wearied spirits.
But he has like bunny ears. A bunny ears hood. He just has like bunny ears.
The villager wears a curious headpiece, but seems polite and courteous. You get directly to the point and ask him if he knows about the apothecary. Ah, that would be me, he says, before offering to mix up some medicine if you're in a hurry.
Explain the symptoms.
You explain Trollis's symptoms, and the man calling himself an apothecary smiles and says he can help right away.
Okay, how much will it cost though?
Afraid of the answer, you ask what it will cost. The man calling himself the apothecary laughs and assures you he has no need of payment. The apothecary hardly seems crabby at all, so you check again with him that he really is the one you're looking for. He answers that coming to this village changed him, made him realize that people need to live by helping each other. The apothecary suggests you take a wander about town while he mixes up the medicine. He adds, the folks about town are kind souls one and all, so feel free to ask them if you need anything.
Is that true? Are they all kind?
Legol says that he'll get Trollis and returns to the sand skiff. You decide to walk around the village and find what you'll need to care for your friend.
Apothecary's flip side story. Okay, we'll read that and then we'll wrap up. Apothecary. A brilliant apothecary said to be able to heal any injury and cure any illness. One story even claims he sent the god of death fleeing with its... How do you pronounce that? Conic tail between its legs. The various cures he has concocted have saved many lives, but he still couldn't save his wife and daughter when they were dismembered by monsters. Alright. Next time on Voice of Cards, we will explore the Village of Light and see if it's really the kind place it claims to be. I feel like there's something up. There's something happening here.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll have to find out next time. Did it cut off? It sounded like it did.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, now it was okay. But yeah, it definitely cut off before, didn't it? Oh yeah. Yeah, thank you for watching. Hope everyone has had a good start to the weekend. Woomy! Have a good rest of the weekend. Have a good Sunday. Let's see. Post my schedule probably tomorrow or Monday. Yeah, enjoy the rest of the weekend, everybody. Thank you for watching. I'm happy to play Voice of Cards. It's been good. Thank you for stream. Thanks for watching. Thank you for the stream. Thank you for watching. Yeah, have a good night. Good rest of your day. We'll catch y'all another time. Until then, thanks for watching. Bye bye. Thank you for watching. Bye bye. Bye bye.